Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Microsoft Pulse. Your hosts today, Tamara Bredimus and Tom Duff. Thank you, Tom. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Microsoft roadmap and what's new, what's changed, and how it's going to affect you. Now, the roadmap, if you haven't joined us before, is broken down into four sections: in development, meaning it's in development. Rolling out, meaning it's starting to go out to the different tenants. Launched, which means it should be in your tenant if you're in a targeted tenant. And then finally, canceled. These are usually duplicates or things that Microsoft have decided not to pursue. So I'll go ahead and start with in development, and then Tom will take his swipe at in development. So I've got SharePoint site attestations. So site attestation policy is the newest addition in the site lifecycle management suite. It is a one-stop solution to ensure your sites are secure and compliant by reducing the risk of unmanaged sites. This involves regular reviews by the site owners or admins to check and confirm the accuracy of site information, including the site's necessity, its owners, members, permissions, and sharing settings. You can also choose to automate actions on sites that remain unattested for more than 3 months to prevent risk of content overexposure.
I love this change.
I know it. I'm very excited about it. And it should be rolling out in August of this year to the commercial tenant. Then the other one that I wanted to talk about is Outlook expand and collapse folders when moving emails. So users can now expand and collapse the folder tree in the move copy email dialog. This makes it easier to navigate large folder structures, which you shouldn't have. Large folder structures and find the right destination faster, improving efficiency and control during email triage. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. Tom, what do you have?
The rest.
Yes,
That's
I
what I
know.
have. There are a number of ones I found in the in development. That's why I let her go first. Uh, Microsoft 365, M365 archive search. So you might know that you have the archive capability, so you can archive SharePoint sites. But once they were archived, it's like, where's the stuff if I need to search and see if there's something in archive I still need? You really didn't have that. Well, M365 Archive will introduce new search capabilities that allow end users to easily identify archived content. This feature aims to improve productivity by making archived data searchable by end users so that they can identify which site needs to be reactivated. Again, I think that's a really good feature in the fact that you can say, oh, this has been archived, but I really do need it. I need it pulled back into the mix. So that's coming out to the commercial tenant in July, or so they tell you right now. Then we have expanded input box on Copilot chat. So users will be able to expand the input box to a full screen view when they type long prompts with lengthy content or instructions. When users copy paste prompts from word editors, the prompt box will maintain plain text formatting to sustain readability and review of the prompt. Again, if you get to where you're starting to do large prompts with a lot of instructions, maybe instructions you use for a lot of your prompts, doing that in a little tiny space doesn't work really well. The fact you're going to be able to go full screen now, I think, is really great. That's coming out in July, and that's going to the commercial tenant and GCC. I move my thing. And DoD. Everybody's getting love on that one.
Woohoo!
What happened to GCC High, though? Who knows? Microsoft Teams theme accent colors make Teams feel more like your own with new customization options. Customize team colors by choosing your favorite theme accent color just as you can in Outlook. It may be a thing of just because you can doesn't mean you should, but hey, it's your team's client. You can go for it. That is coming out to the commercial tenant and is coming out in July. So if you don't like the purple of Teams, you're going to be able to make all kinds of changes to it. And surprisingly, I think that was it for, I do think that was it for my rolling out or for my in development.
Fabulous. Well, I'll take a swack at rolling out. It
Okay.
sounds like it's at a pretty aggressive roadmap.
Yeah.
Taking a swipe at, taking a swack at.
Whap, whap, whap.
Whap, whap, whap. All right, Microsoft Teams send messages to attendees in the meeting lobby with lobby chat. So excited. All right. Now, meeting organizers can send one way messages to attendees in the lobby via lobby chat. Lobby chat is intended to optimize the lobby experience for all participants, ensuring that organizers are better equipped to run external meetings, have more control over meetings with external participants, and external attendees are well informed about the meeting upon the meeting start. Then, the new Microsoft Teams chat and channel experience is rolling out for GCC and education. So the new streamlined chat and channels experience makes it easier to stay on top of what matters most and organize your digital workspace. Catch up on chat, channels, and teams in one place. Create custom sections to organize conversations by topic. Use filters to triage messages and more. And then the last one I'm going to touch on in rolling out is Microsoft Teams threads in channels. So threads and channels allows you to start a side conversation within a channel and focus on a specific topic while keeping the main conversation clutter free. You can rely or reply. You can rely that you can reply to specific messages and create a separate thread, helping to minimize distractions and foster better collaboration. And that is rolling out for the commercial tenant right now. Tom, what do
That's
you have in rolling out?
on that one. I really want to see what that looks like when it
Mm-hmm.
actually makes it out because I could see that you've got a regular chat and then, I ping you, let's say, and it's like we've got a little side chat going on, but it sounds like nobody else gets to see that side chat. But what if you
Mm-hmm.
want to bring somebody into that? Is that possible? It just it seems a little strange. So I'll have to see how that works. And I just had to point out every time I see that lobby chat one, I keep going, let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a snack.
Very nice.
All of you are sitting there going, what's he talking about? This is black and white movie stuff, people. I'm old. So, Microsoft Copilot, catch up on a summary of document comments in the top of your document. So, using Word, and this is going out to commercial tenant using Copilot. Copilot will have a discussion tab at the top of your document to summarize open comments, helping you quickly understand what people have said in the comments. So, that's nice because you can always sit there and say, okay, they commented on this, and then you could
Mm-hmm.
actually have a conversation with Copilot to ask questions, get a little bit more background, things like that. So I think that's nice. If it's been a while since you've been in a document and people are putting comments in there, you don't have to go and try to find out where they are. So that's a good one. This one is for Copilot in GCC, and this is UX transparency for web queries, which I think is a really good idea. With UX transparency of web grounding in Copilot, users will now be able to see the exact queries sent by Copilot in response to a user's prompt to the web for grounding, along with a list of what sites were being queried, enhancing their awareness and control over the process. So instead of just basically saying, hey, I'm going to chat with Copilot and I'm going to allow it to go out to the web, and it came back with answers, and I really don't have a clue as to how it got those. With this UX transparency change for GCC, you're going to be able to see what sites it actually went out and hit and how it actually put that query together when it went out to the net to get or went out to the the web to get that. So I think it's a really good way to be able to see and have more confidence in the information that's coming back to you. Then we have meeting option suggestions in classic Outlook for Windows. So it's always weird to see classic Outlook getting love, knowing that new Outlook for Windows, hashtag, is coming so soon. Classic Outlook for Windows will suggest meeting options based on your meeting details, helping you easily schedule meetings with optimized settings from within the scheduling form. So that can tell you, hey, only 4 of the 5 people that you have listed have this time slot open. Here's one that they'll all have available to you. So that's a really cool change and can save you a lot of time when you're trying to put together meetings and wrangle cats to all get there. That's in things. Interesting. It says Microsoft Teams, but it's for classic Outlook for Windows. Interesting. Strange. I think they made a mistake there, but you're going to be getting it. You did threads and channels, and got some more at the bottom here. So SharePoint, modern SharePoint page templates. The modern SharePoint page template feature introduces a new template gallery, providing users with a centralized hub to discover, preview, and select from over 50 modern out-of-the-box templates and custom templates. This feature empowers users to create high-quality on-brand pages effortlessly, enhancing productivity while ensuring consistency and visual appeal across SharePoint sites. Key highlights: template gallery, centralized hub to access both saved on this site custom templates and from Microsoft out-of-the-box templates. 50 plus new out-of-the-box templates, a collection of aesthetically pleasing, professional, and easy-to-use templates that empower users to quickly create visually engaging and consistent content for common use cases like status updates, event announcements, and team introductions. For those of us who are not inclined to do design very well, this is going to be a lifesaver, and everybody gets it. And it's coming out in June. So what time is it? 5 o'clock? You may have it. Then we have Outlook event updates. This, I think, is a really nice one. There's a little delighter here. If an organizer updates an event that you have been invited to, you will now see event updated in the email and the updated location if applicable. So you don't have to look at it going, I've seen this already. Why am I getting it again? You're actually getting some sort of an indication that says, oh, it's been updated. Something has changed. And it sounds like here it's updated location. But that should help you be able to find what's going on with the change more quickly. So that's a good one. And that's coming out to everybody in June. So you'll have it at 5 o'clock, I'm sure. And then the final one, it's actually out here 3 times, but I think one's for like Windows, one's for probably web, and the other one's for Mac. And that is Microsoft Copilot reference up to 5 files when creating a presentation with Copilot for PowerPoint. So it used to be that you could give it like 1 file when you were trying to create a presentation. Now you can give it up to 5, and it can, basically fold, spindle, mutilate all that information together and create your presentation for you, which is a really good starting point. That is for June also, and that one is rolling out to the commercial tenant if you have a Copilot license. So keep an eye open for that one. If you've got things where you really have to have more than one document to get all the content you want, go ahead and give Copilot a try and see what it can put together with multiple documents. That's the last one I have for that.
Fabulous. Then in launched, I have one. Hopefully it's not the one you picked.
I hope not, because I only have one too. So
all right. Outlook. Overlap?
Yay. Nope.
All right. Reply and forward emails in a PST file in new Outlook for Windows. With this update of support for PST files, aka Outlook data file, in the new Outlook for Windows, users will be able to reply and forward emails in a PST file. Future releases of new Outlook will expand the support for PST file capabilities.
Easy for you to
so
say.
That's coming out right now. And who gets it? GCC.
Woo-hoo. And
what do you have, Tom?
Yeah, the one that I've got flagged is Microsoft Copilot, of course, scheduled prompts. So plan ahead by scheduling essential prompts for repeated tasks in Copilot chat. Create a productive routine that helps you stay organized and efficient. That is launching in June today and coming out to the commercial tenants. So I really want to try this to see, because each morning I go in and say, okay, review my calendar for me. And it gives me, a list of the information, the whole bit. I could look at my calendar, but it's nice when it gives me that whole summary that I want in a particular order. If I sat there and said, hey, do this at 6 a.m. every morning, I'm not sure where that data goes, but if I go out to the website and poof, there it is, that's going to be really nice. And if I had something much more complex that says, review this and check the emails and give me a synopsis of the 5 most important emails that I have out there, you can basically just open it up, hit the ground running, and off you go. And you don't have to remember what prompts, copy paste, the whole bit. So this one I'm actually looking forward to trying out and see how it works.
Great. Then we have just a couple in canceled. SharePoint pages, author inline comments. Author inline comments enable users to collaborate, provide feedback, and track issues within a page or news post. That has been canceled.
I hate how
That
they
was
don't
due
tell you
out in
why.
July. No, they don't tell you why. It's just
Yeah,
you
just
can't
like
have nice things.
you're not going to get it.
No. Microsoft Purview, Compliance Portal, Data Lifecycle Management, separation of Copilot for Microsoft 365 retention policy location from Microsoft Teams chats. So that has been canceled. And what that was going to do is the Purview Data Lifecycle Management was going to be providing a capability to configure separate retention policies for Copilot and AI apps in GCC and DoD by June 2025, as Copilot got announced in the Gov Clouds in November 2024. Microsoft was going to go ahead and separate the retention policies for Copilot,
Actually, they
but
are going to. They are going
no.
ahead with the separate ones. We are
Hence,
going
the
ahead.
earlier feature of separating Copilot from Teams chat is not applicable for the government clouds.
Since they
So
did
they're
it.
not doing
Yeah.
it for government.
Right. Sorry.
No problem. Outlook role-based copilots, Copilot for Sales, can extend, summarize in classic Outlook for Windows. So Microsoft is canceling this feature, and they do apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused. That feature was to enable licensed users to use a role-based Copilot, like Copilot for Sales, to provide content for Copilot in Outlook's Summarize experience. This roadmap item tracks availability in Classic Outlook for Windows. And then the last one to get canceled is Microsoft Copilot. Admin role has permissions to manage agents. This roadmap item is being removed as a feature because it was delivered in March under a different communication. So, again, Microsoft is sorry for any confusion it may have caused.
But you do have it, so that's good.
Yeah. So that's all the news that is fit to print. Tom, you have anything else you want to leave our audience with?
No, had a really good TechCon conference last week.
Yeah, that was good.
A lot of good content coming out from really top end speakers like her. I was just arm candy, so it was great. I didn't do anything all week long.
But
it
he was
awesome.
nailing it.
Woo-hoo.
He was nailing it. All right. Well, join us next week, not Smeek. Join us next week for what's new and changed in the Microsoft roadmap. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day. Bye.
Hi, everyone.